Y'all, so it's like close to 340, 350, and I am outside. I woke up trying to figure out ways to heal from trauma, whether it's childhood trauma, stuff that you experience in your lifetime period. And I was just like, I'm about to ride. So the last time I actually came outside to ride this late, I don't even know when. I usually be in my bed, sleep. Even if I'm not asleep, if I still happen to wake up, I'm definitely not about to be outside. But I came outside, and then not only am I outside, I am on River Street. Outside in my city. It's I guess it's a different vibe from the beach, definitely. Like I could have been on the beach just cooling, thinking, or whatever. Out here, I don't know what it's giving. It's giving I need to be back in my house. But yeah, I started thinking about, healing from trauma, and if you actually ever get over it, there are some things that can take place that would trigger that memory or that moment of trauma. Even for my kids, for the most part, they are always with me. And I really felt like, as a parent, you're supposed to protect these children from the world, from the things that take place. So I felt like my children shouldn't be exposed to all type of environments, even people that I deal with. I'm gonna know you. I'm gonna know you before my children have to know you. So, with that being said, I don't play behind my kids, and the things that take place in the world, I darn near wanna like expose or hide them from the world, so that they don't have the exposure, the unnecessary exposure to some of the same things that I have experienced. And it wasn't because of how I grew up. I feel like my parents did whatever they had to do to make sure that we wasn't in the projects, that we weren't around unnecessary environments. I would say that because my mom and dad did work, and oftentimes we would have to go with whoever. It was pretty much the same people, but other times it ended up being like a neighbor and all of that, especially when we were younger. Like, man, or once we got older, I should say, but still young. So I would say like middle school. We was really out here at the neighbor's house. You know what I'm saying? In an apartment complex where I don't even know if my parents knew these people or if it was more so convenient for my mom. But with that being said, it's like our children should be with us at all costs. Like now, you ain't gonna be able to pay me to be away from my children when necessary. And what I mean by that is I'm not about to be in any type of environment where my kids can't be. So if you want me to pull up somewhere, if you need me to do something and it's a requirement, my kids coming. My kids coming. Unless I ask them, because they are a little older now. So I will ask them, hey, y'all want to go do so-and-so? But other times, it's no options. You going. I said you going. And that's that. I feel like when my children are with me, that's the most, that's the most secure place that they could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, they with me, they up under me. I feel like I'm their protector. You know what I'm saying? When they out with me, they don't have to worry about looking around. Now, teach them to pay attention to their surroundings. But for the most part, oh, mama got that. Oh, who doing what? Who? Huh? What's up? Hey, y'all, look up. Buddy over there looking crazy. Look up. I teach them, to pay attention to their surroundings. But I am also their protector until they could fend for themselves. So, the things that we expose these children to, whether it's the people we're around, whether it's the living conditions or whatever, I feel like that opens the child up to the unnecessary. There has been even some times where I felt like situations in school, situations out in public, even if we at the outlet. Now, I'm not saying that you should be fearful and all this other stuff, but with how the world has changed, even for myself from over the years, it's crazy. And I honestly felt like my children need to be home. Like, I really want to put them in a box, keep them home. Don't ask me to go nowhere. Don't ask me to do nothing. These folks out here is crazy. The safest place you could be is in my house. But then I started kind of had to get out of that. It was to a point where even though I don't live a certain type of lifestyle anymore, I don't even play. I'm talking about in my city. You will not catch me on certain sides of town when I have my kids with me. It's a whole nother vibe when they're with me. I'm not even about to be on a certain side of town, like I said, and I'm by far from scared. When I be by myself, my windows down, the top drop down, whatever, however, I'm riding all over my city. I'm riding through my city. But when I have my kids, it's a complete different vibe. You know what I'm saying? If I do have my top down, it ain't gonna be but for too long, and I'm always on alert. I'm always on the watch out, like, what's up, who around my car, whatever, however, or whatever. Not even necessarily my car, but that's what we're talking about. So protecting these children is crazy to me. And you don't want to shelter them or keep them boxed in, but making them understand the importance of how the world is changing. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I feel like some of the things that I experienced, some of the trauma or whatever that I experienced plays a role on how I treat my kids and what I do with my kids, and the need to want to protect them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that if I didn't have absolutely no trauma that I wouldn't still feel the same way, but sometimes I feel as if I could be overprotective with them because of the things that I went through. Anything that I have experienced, my kids pretty much know. They know what's up. But to keep them from experiencing it, you can't really. Stay prayed up and do what you can do on your end. No, I feel like no parent should be cool with their child being hurt in any type of way. Like, oh my gosh, my son was taking out the trash and he put his foot down in the trash for whatever reason, and there was a can of something. I think he was eating spaghetti or whatever out the can, and the can cut his foot. I think it probably hurt me more than it hurt him. He wasn't even crying or nothing, but I was like, God, dog, I don't like to see folks hurt, cut, hurt, bruised, whatever, however. I don't like that. I can't even take too much of all that fighting and stuff, man, please. I don't know. But, I was just reflecting on healing from trauma, man. In which I got plenty notes and stuff that I researched on it, but nothing really could beat the experience. You know what I'm saying? Nothing could beat actually going through it. I feel like you could read about it, you could try to prepare for it, but the actual experience, beyond me. Y'all, I can't believe I'm out here on the river like this time of morning. But yeah, man. It's a childhood trauma for me. It's the trauma period. Y'all, and I'm out here with a bonnet on and all, like, boy, we don't do this. I wasn't even expecting to get out the car though. Just really keen to chill. But I'm out, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go.